It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast. You know, on Saturdays, we play fun music and we feature great information at 993thevine.com with me, Big Rick Stewart, and music from my time at Live 105 and at KFOG. We also mix in some stories that I find kind of interesting, whether it's local music or food or tech or just kind of some cool things I think you ought to know about. It's always lots of fun. Fun music and great information happens every Saturday at 993thevine.com. And the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack Podcast features great information like this. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information. I'm Big Rick Stewart. Thanks for hanging out with me today and listen to some cool music, and I'll pass on some great information. A big thumbs up to everybody involved with the Vine Trail. I am such a huge fan of the Vine Trail, and the month of May is their fundraising month of movement, or movement month, or I don't know, it's something like that. But it's when they raise a whole bunch of money, and they've got all kinds of teams participating and more. It's a really great idea. So get out there and get involved. Now, research and studies have shown that just a little bit of bicycling, maybe far less than you think, is actually very, very helpful. Now, this is all very, very true because studies have shown this time and time again. And I saw this story and I thought I would share it with you from cycling.today. So, okay, I mean, you know, they're already pro-cycling. Headline, cyclists live longer, a new study suggests. Now, you don't have to buy all the fancy bikes and the fancy clothes and everything. You just go for a ride on the beach cruiser on the Vine Trail. Say you're going to ride from, you know, like Napa up to Yountville, grab a cup of coffee and a pastry or something, and then ride back. That'll help you out. A study showed that 130 minutes a week is sufficient to benefit life expectancy. And they say that's one commute to work and back plus a trip or two to the shops. And so, you know, maybe whatever, and grab the kids and hop on the Vine Trail. I see parents and kids on the Vine Trail all the time. It's really awesome. So, you know, get your bike tuned up at a local bike shop. Get one if you don't have one. You can buy one that's not all that expensive. And hop on the trail and try to get in about a couple hours a week, and you'll improve your health and you'll have big smiles as well. That's a big deal. And get out there and support the Vine Trail. All right, there you go. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information every Saturday right here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information with me, Big Rick Stewart. Here's a really good article from thespruce.com. How to cool down a room without air conditioning. Oh, yeah. All right. I kind of like this. Are we speaking to you? Or maybe you have an air conditioner, but you saw your PG&E bill and you're thinking like, could I maybe not run my AC as much? Because, you know, with all the warm weather coming. All right. Well, one thing is if you have a ceiling fan up on your ceiling, whether it's in your bedroom or your main room or both or everywhere, you can reverse your ceiling fan. Now, if you use your ceiling fan during the cold months in a clockwise direction, you will distribute warm air. But in the summer, when it's hot, you want to reverse the direction of your ceiling fan. You want to get that going in a counterclockwise direction to distribute the cooler air. All right, now you might have an easy to do switch on it. You might have to pull the chain 3 times or some other way to do it, but you can figure it out because almost every single ceiling fan can be reversed. So counterclockwise in the summer, that's a really good idea. Another good tip they have is to cover your windows during the day. You draw the blinds and all that, but if you want to go even more, like you know how on your car you put up that sun shield on your windshield when you leave. All right, you can even cover your windows with that. Now, I know some people, now their neighbors might think they're a little crazy, like alien kind of crazy. They will actually cut out cardboard in the shape of their windows, put aluminum foil on the cardboard, the shiny side faces out, and it reflects the heat, and it really does work. Now, you kind of live in a dark cave maybe, but you know, still you're nice and cool and things like that. If you want to go really old school, how about this? A fan over an ice chest filled with ice blowing on your face. Now that is some straight up old school air conditioning right there. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information right here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack, fun music and great information with me, Big Rick Stewart. I gotta go try this. I like this. Over at Yelp, their official blog.yelp.com, they recently had a list of the top places to camp in the U.S. and Canada. Now, I'm not familiar with most of these because you haven't been all over camping everywhere. Come on now. But this one locally got my attention, and I thought, oh, this isn't that far away. I could actually kind of go here. And I checked it out. It looks like an amazing place. So on this list of top places to camp in the U.S. and Canada, just not that far away. In fact, you may be there camping right now. Mendocino Grove. Mendocino Grove. Have you been there? All right, do you know anything about it? I thought, okay, maybe Mendocino Grove, it sounds like a bunch of trees and maybe some little dirt, cut out places and a picnic table, and you pull up and you put your tent up. No way. This is glamping camping, glamorous camping. I mean, these are like real beds, and the tents are big, and they're on wooden platforms and a deck, and you have chairs, and it's really nice, and wow, the photos are just amazing. And it looks like something you got to do. There's some common areas and fire pits and more. And guess what? Yes, dogs are welcome. Wow, that is so cool, right? So you can go check this out, Mendocino Grove. And I looked it up, and actually they have some openings, for like right now. But the word is getting out. So you might want to go book your glamping trip. You don't have to bring your sleeping bags and your camping stoves and all your stuff and spend an hour setting up camp because it's all there. It is glamping over in Mendocino. I like it. Check it out. Let me know if you go. I'm going to go. I'll let you know when I go. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information right here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information with me, Big Rick Stewart. I'm going to tell you this headline. You're going to say, I don't know about that. Because when I saw this headline, I thought, I don't know about that. It's from eatingwell.com. It's their healthy recipes. Now, probably all know vegetarians and vegans, and maybe you are, and that's fine with me. So here's a little something for you, maybe. No lie is the headline. No lie, cabbage steaks au poivre are better than steak. Better than steak, like beef steak. All right, so they gave this a try. It's, yes, exactly what you think. It is big slices of cabbage. And if you use the beef steak version, you put in some peppercorns. So you also use some peppercorns. Then you make a pan sauce with this. And they say that this actually turns out pretty good. It's a brandy-based sauce. And it gets into the folds of the sweet roasted cabbage, making every bite special. It's certainly not that hard to do. You just slice up some cabbage, a little olive oil, some salt, some crushed peppercorns, a little onion, garlic, all the good stuff. And then you add in some brandy or cognac when you make your sauce. Now, it's not vegan because they're calling for maybe some chicken broth, or you can use vegetable broth, and half for that creamy sauce. But otherwise, you just kind of get the oven going and you put the cabbage in and you let it cook. And all right, you can go to eatingwell.com. Try this and decide for yourself. I'm going to try this, but I don't know. A filet mignon still, I think, would take first place. Although this might be a very close second. I haven't tried it yet. Maybe you need to try this cabbage steak recipe from Eating Well. Let me know. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. The things we have these days, huh? It's fun music and great information every Saturday right here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Fun music and great information here with me, Big Rick Stewart. We do this every Saturday. And thanks for tuning in to 993thevine.com. Tell all your friends Big Rick lives every Saturday all day long. We pass on some great information. I don't know how great this is, but, maybe. This is from Polygon, which is a kind of a fun website. Minecraft's suspicious stew flavor is coming to a potato chip near you. I know, stop the world. This is like, mind-blowing. This is the first line of the story. The cryptic flavor of Minecraft's suspicious stew, the game's mysterious pixelated bowl of vegetarian slop, is coming to Pringles potato chips. Aptly named Pringles Minecraft Suspicious Stew. It'll be a limited edition flavor. It's going to hit some stores maybe near you, and maybe they're there right now. They say it's unclear exactly what Pringles' approximation of suspicious stew will taste like, but they say it will be a burst of rich, hearty, and savory flavor and a novel tasting experience. This is from the folks over at Pringles. The suspicious stew of Minecraft is composed of mushrooms and flowers, which could convey something kind of earthy, but mushroom potato chips, I don't know. Put enough salt on them, maybe. Sour cream and onion and mushrooms, and I have no idea. They've done this before over at Pringles, launching some different flavors related to different movies and games and things like that, so we'll just have to see. And maybe you've also had Minecraft Creeper Crunch and Ice Cream Maker Nix. They were selling a quart of Minecraft-themed flavors you can sink your pickaxe into in recent years. All right, you gamers, look for your Minecraft Pringles in a store near you. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information. Are you a Big Bang Theory fan? Did you watch it when they were all new episodes? Do you watch the reruns? Do you stream it and the whole thing? All right, well, I have some news for you. Max, which it's hard to keep track of these things, is the newly named merged HBO Max Discovery Plus service streaming thing going on, is re-teaming with Big Bang Theory creators for a new series set in the same world as the former CBS hit. You want some details? Me too. Plot details, they say at The Hollywood Reporter, are being kept under wraps for what would be the second offshoot of the TV's longest-running multi-camera comedy series ever. Maybe you're familiar with Young Sheldon, which is now in its 6th season. Big Bang Theory was around for a long time, 12 seasons on CBS, and they had quite a few episodes. It started in 2007, and it ran for 279 episodes. And then Jim Parsons, who played Sheldon Cooper, said, I kind of want to do something else. And so they thought, well, without him, I don't know what to do. But now maybe they kind of have an idea of what to do. So we'll kind of have to see what happens here. And, who knows? They could go many different ways and with many different cast characters. And, of course, hopefully we get some of our favorites back. We'll just have to see. The new Big Bang offshoot is definitely in the works. Just not a lot of details right now. I will pass it on when I hear more. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information right here at 993thevine.com. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack. Fun music and great information with me, Big Rick Stewart. We are not too far away from California allowing only electric cars to be sold as new cars. So all these manufacturers are coming up with these really cool cars. And one of those manufacturers is Porsche. And they've announced some details on the 2025 Porsche 718 Cayman and Boxster. The Boxster being like the open top one and the Cayman being the closed top. The Porsche Boxsters are pretty awesome on their own, and they've gotten better and better over the years. And this is from Car and Driver. They say this all-new electric version is coming in a couple of years, and it's going to be a really big deal for a little car, a little mid-engine car. It's going to have a lot of horsepower. Expect the base model to have a single motor with at least 450 horsepower on the rear wheels. Later, a second motor on the front wheels, bringing all-wheel drive to these 718 models, as they're called. Eventually, you can get 1,000 horsepower in this little Porsche weighing about 3,600 pounds. Wow, that's pretty amazing, right? It'll be out in a little bit. I can't wait to see what it looks like, although it'll probably be pretty familiar as far as looks. Can't wait to hear what it sounds like. The price, they're saying about $80,000 to start with, but nobody ever gets the base anything when you get a Porsche. So, you might be spending easily $90,000, $100,000 on this, and we'll have to see about availability. It should be available early next year with a fall 2024 on sale date. All you Porsche fans, heads up. Here comes the electric Porsche Cayman and Boxster. I'm Big Rick Stewart. It's the Wine Country Saturday Soundtrack at 993thevine.com. Well, those are some stories that I have featured on the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack. Tune in at 8 a.m. every Saturday at 993thevine.com. I'm Big Rick Stewart here. Music from my days at Live 105 and K-Fog, some current songs, lots of surprises, and more. It's always lots of fun. We have a 10 at 10, a Beatles brunch at noon. It happens all day. The Wine Country Saturday soundtrack and the Wine Country Saturday soundtrack podcast. Tell your friends, and thanks for listening to this podcast, and thanks for checking out 993thevine.com.